What is up, guys? It's your boy Kagi, back at it again with a new video. And in this video I bring you Cryptostache, an OG in the NFT world. And today we're gonna find out who he is, what is his purpose in the NFT world, and what is he doing right now in the day-to-day basis, because he is a YouTuber, right? But he's more than that, and I want to find out everything around his life to see what his purpose is. For me, that is very, very interesting. And Cryptostache, yo, welcome. Appreciate it.
Yo, what is going on, man? Thanks so much for having me here. Definitely, I'm excited, man. We're gonna rap. We're gonna talk about things. We're gonna talk about NFTs, all the crypto stuffs. We're gonna dive into everything about this stash.
For sure, man. Yeah,
Ready.
that stash. Yo, start with that stash. How the hell do you get that? Like, you use some product or something, dude. That's unique. Very unique.
I just wake up like this, man.
No way. You.
What can I say?
At least you like.
I wake up and it's perfect every single day. Just that's how we're gonna roll with that.
Okay, it's perfect, dude. Perfect. No, man, look, that's actually very interesting, because the stash is something, and obviously it's part of your brand, and it's very unique. It's very catchy too. Even without the crypto stash, I feel like stash would be like, okay, that's stash right there, you know? I want to call you stash, you know? I think it's way cooler.
That's what my friends call me, so you can call me Stash. That's
Okay.
good, you know, because people get confused, like, oh, dude, should I call you Shay or should I call you Cryptostache? Or I'm like, just call me Stash, baby.
Yeah, stash. Yo, stash,
good.
before we get started, where can we find you? You have YouTube, Twitter, and what else?
All the things. If you're on a platform, I'm on that platform too. I was there before you were, and I got my username on that platform. So I'm at Cryptostache, STACHE, on everything.
Okay.
I'm out, except on Twitch. Some bastard stole my name on Twitch and has been camping it. But I don't use Twitch anymore, so I do all my streaming now on Theta. And
My boy.
Yeah.
My boy, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna leave all the links down below. Make sure you check him out. He does very similar things to me, but you know, with variations. He knows a lot of people in the crypto industry. He's been here for a long time, and we're gonna find out about that too. So make sure you follow him on Twitter, YouTube, Data, wherever you are. Go follow him. It's going to be in the link in the description and in the comments as well. It's also going to be in the bottom of this video as well, in the actual screen. So anyways, bro, let's start by, when do you enter the crypto world? Like the crypto, like, oh my God, Bitcoin, you know, type of thing. When was that moment?
So way back in the day, 2013, that's when I got in. So that's when I first really, you know, that's when I first read the white paper. So I had actually seen Bitcoin previous to that in 2012, but I kind of just like dismissed it, man. I was like, you know, I was reading through a forum and I saw some stuff about it on Reddit, and I was like, interesting, internet money, huh? And so I go click on this link to go check it out. And then there's like, it's like, oh, buy Bitcoin. And it was like right next to it was like, buy Litecoin too. And I'm like, Litecoin, what the hell? No, man, this is a scam right here.
And when did you actually make the first step to like, okay, let me get to know what crypto is?
Yeah, it was like a year later. So it was in 2013, end of 2013, and that's when I first like I read the white paper at that point. Like I was doing some more reading, and you know, it was like, oh well, here's the white paper, Satoshi Nakamoto, and there was a little bit more in that post about what Bitcoin really was about, and really it was the ethos of Bitcoin, like the idea behind it, which is really what grabbed me, because before I didn't get to see that. You know, my first exposure was just like, oh, cool, it's internet money, it's digital money. That's great, it's interesting, but it was really the idea behind it and the ethos behind a Bitcoin that really grabbed me. So when I read that white paper the first time, I was like, boom, and it all clicked, and I was like, I got to get in right now, man. I FOMO'd so hard, and the funny thing about it is I bought the damn top. So when I bought, it was like, that was at the top of Bitcoin, and it was like $600.
Wow. Yeah, I think.
But I still feel like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. Is this a good idea? But I was like, no, I gotta get in.
Of course. I think most people, when they start, they feel the same way. They kind of get in. They're like, well, I'm not really sure, and they still have it. But yeah, what you said about the ethos, I think the purpose behind the creation of Bitcoin and the creation of crypto in general and everything that is going on, the purpose is one of the main things that you need to kind of grasp first before you're kind of a maxi, a crypto maxi, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people that come in, like let's say, what's his name, the guy from Barstools, that he came into Bitcoin, he invested in some Bitcoin that he got out, and then he didn't understand the purpose. And
Yeah,
then
still president. Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't understand the ethos, the why this, right? He's more about the
Most don't.
money.
Yeah.
Most don't.
I mean, most don't.
But then you have, on the other hand, some Michael Saylor, which is like, he understands what's going on, right?
100%.
So there's a big difference there. And I think the people that understand that ethos are the ones that are here for the long term, and the ones that bring value to the whole ecosystem. Okay, so that's that. 2013. And then from 2013, when was your first interaction with NFTs? Because obviously you're big on NFTs. I was just watching your live stream about the WPT. I actually called my brother because he plays poker professionally. So I was like,
oh no, oh wow.
I was like, dude, check this out, man. Like I try to get him in, but his thing is like on the real thing, like on the tables. He wants to be there. But anyways, I was watching. Pretty cool. So what was your first interaction with NFTs, and how did that go? What was it?
So my first interaction with NFTs, really, and this was in mid 2017, was when I probably first saw CryptoPunks, and they had put them out there, and it wasn't a project that were a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, CryptoPunks, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like nobody really, it was like one of those hidden things. Like nobody was really talking about it. No one really cared. I saw these, and I looked at them. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, this isn't even good crypto. This isn't even good pixel art. I like pixel art. I enjoy it, but it wasn't even like really good pixel art. I've seen some really amazing pixel art, and this was just like, I was like, not super impressive. But once again, I didn't get the idea. The idea behind it was a quick look. I saw. I was like, oh, okay, little pixelated looking characters. Not really anything I'm interested in getting involved with. It wasn't until CryptoKitties later that year, in like November-ish or whatever, October-ish, September, somewhere around there. I don't remember the exact month, but when those came out, and I was like, whoa, this is something cool and interesting. And, this is something more than just an image, and there's more to this. And that's when it would really click, like, wow, the power of what you can do with these non-fungible tokens. That's when it really, like, it made sense to me. I was like, wow. So then I started covering NFTs since then. I did articles on like how to buy CryptoKitties and a little bit about the game and stuff like that. And, then the entire network on Ethereum was totally clogged up, and we saw crazy high fees we thought were high at the time, right?
True.
Not in comparison to now. It's like, oh my gosh, bring back those CryptoKitty fees. I'll pay them versus what we have, what's going on in the steaming pile of crap when it comes to Ethereum fees right now. So yeah, it was CryptoKitties. That was really what it was the second moment. So the white paper for Satoshi, that was the first moment where I was like, oh my gosh. And then CryptoKitties was kind of like, wow, this really shows you, it's a great example of what can be done in the future.
Absolutely. And my understanding is, and I saw this by mistake, I think you have an NFT on Engine. I think I saw it there for some reason.
I have many NFTs on the Engine. As a matter of fact, I was the first YouTuber to ever to have his own NFT. No one did it before I did.
So that's like, you're the first like social kind of token that, interesting. And
yeah. And so you can go see that on the blockchain. It's called the Stash Loot. It's on the Engine platform on Ethereum. And I minted it in 2018. And I airdropped in conjunction with Engine, because you couldn't just go mint NFTs back then. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like, hey, I'm just going to go mint my own thing. It was not an easy process unless you were directly interacting with the contracts. So I worked with the Engine team to specifically put it out as a promotional thing. I was the first one to do that too, as well as work with them. And we airdropped it to like 5,000 people for free. So it was a lot of fun. And so I've created tons of NFTs on Ethereum and specifically on the Engine platform since then. Now, I haven't been doing much creation on Ethereum here over the last couple of years. Crazy. In particular, the last year, really. I do have some stuff on Ethereum. I just did a really big epic collaboration with a legendary musician. His name's Bootsy Collins, and so that is on Ethereum. We're doing a one of one auction right now on OpenSea. and this is with a legendary funk music artist, and so we're doing it to help raise funds for charity as well for the Music Cares Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be pretty cool. But yeah, so I mean, I've kind of left Ethereum behind. I do have some pieces on Rarible that I've done, their original pieces, and then this latest collaboration with Bootsy Collins, which, like I said, we're doing for charity, and that auction is live right now. I think it ends at May 5th, so definitely if you want to check that out.
Yeah, we'll leave the link down below for sure. That's very interesting. Okay, that's NFTs. That's whatever, right? Because they're whatever at the beginning. They were like, okay, yeah, NFTs, picture, whatever. I'm very, very interested in what can we do, like push the fucking limits, like, because I feel like we're still, correct me if I'm wrong here, but most people are still doing NFTs like if it was 2017. Like, like what the hell are we doing? Like, okay, cool. You have a great image. Great. I love it. I come from an art background. My dad sells art gallery. I understand that. But the argument is, art is meant to be like blah, blah, blah. Well, no. Like yes, but no. We are in a digital world where like the possibilities are endless. Doesn't mean that you have to do it, but to not do it using the argument that art is only meant to be seen, it's like, that's a really bad argument in my opinion. And I feel like artists need to start, okay, I did a painting, now you can access my Discord private chat. The next piece of art that I drop, you get a 10% if you had 10% off if you had the previous one. Just kind of like add on little things, right? And I don't know how you see it. I think you might have a similar idea to that in terms of like utility. How do you see utility?
Yeah, I mean, utility is a huge thing for me personally when it comes to NFTs. I feel you when it comes to, the art aspect of things. There are a lot of new people coming into this space, though. And that's something we always have to keep in mind and in consideration, that whereas, people like me and you, we've been around for a while, we're comfortable with NFTs. We understand kind of, what you can do with them and all the cool ins and outs that are possible. But there's so many people who I think are coming in from the mainstream side of things who are also not technical people either. Mm-hmm. And so that makes it a lot more difficult, I think, a lot of times to be able to add a little bit more utility to what they're doing. They don't run in the same kind of circle we run in. So True. We do got to keep that in consideration, I think, with a lot of new people coming on board. But that being said, I love it when you can give extra utility to an NFT. And there's some really great examples out there. I think that when it comes to what we're seeing right now, Ethereum, it's kind of hard to do. Because of the transaction fees, it's hard to be able to say, I'm going to do all these cool things connected or tied to my piece, because those interactions or connections or things that you're doing may be high dollar transactions, and it's not as feasible. So, in contrast to, let's say, the Wax blockchain, which is where I do most of my creating of NFTs right now, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. So you can do things where you airdrop free NFTs to people who own one of your other NFTs. So everyone who doesn't, there's tools that you can use that actually help you do this. But, you wouldn't be dropping free NFTs to anybody on Ethereum. I mean, it would cost you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to drop something for free. So I think that blockchain definitely limits, which blockchain you're on limits how much you can do beyond just putting up an image, right? On the Wax blockchain, there's so much more functionality and things that you can do with your art to give it more utility. And we're seeing a ton of that happening on the platform in all kinds of cool different ways, from, like I said, just, being able to airdrop to other people, but then also being able to blend things together or craft them together. So you take two different NFTs and, the owner says, hey, if you have both of these, you can burn them and put them together essentially, and it creates a third NFT that does something else cool or has some sort
dynamic
of ability or unlockable something.
It's very dynamic. I there's a game that I've been playing. Well, that I played a little bit. I did a few videos on it. The name is Hodl God. And they do have that mechanic, which is, you put 4 NFTs together, you fuse them together, you get a bounty. Then that bounty, you can use it in the game, and they get a skin in the game, which is very, very interesting. That's the first time I see this kind of fusion. And I totally agree with you with the Ethereum thing. I dropped my NFT, and I did it through Matic. I had to do it through Matic, because dude, it's just kind of like you can't do anything. You can't do anything. So I totally agree with you there. Now let me ask you. You're also into gaming. You're one of the first people I saw gaming. You always dress up, which is very, very cool, very unique. It takes a lot of, big pairs to be ridiculous in a way, right? And we understand that because that's kind of the game. That's kind of the YouTube game or the content creator game. The more cringe you are, or the more comfortable you are being cringe.
Wait, you trying to say I'm cringe, man? Damn.
You know what I mean? Like
he's like the more you're super cringe, bro. So
Hey man, people tell me I'm cringe all the time. Oh, this guy's cringe. Okay, cool. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
It's almost a compliment now.
Yeah, it is.
Comments, man.
It is. The more cringe you are, this is advice. The more cringe you are, the better off. Like, don't try to be cringe. Just be you. And if it's cringe, it's cringe. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, whatever.
There's people out there that try pretty hard, I think, to be kind of cringy and are successful at it, and then they get, they get a lot of views and follows. So man, I definitely love the blockchain gaming side of things. I was one of the first ones for sure, like you said, out there talking about these games. There was really nobody out there doing it. I've been doing this for a couple of years now already. Because it's been a hard road, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a hard road. And the reason why is because, with games, there's such a long development cycle that, I just don't have a lot going on. And a lot of the games are in like pre-alpha or, closed beta. And so not many of them are like really fully ready and pushed out there. So I've been supporting a lot of the major games on all the blockchains out there for the last couple of years. And so I in the last year and a half, I developed this show called the Secret Agent Stash Blockchain Gaming Show. And so, I'm like a secret agent. So I dress up. I'm in an agent outfit. Yeah. And then every episode, I get in a new disguise and we play a different game. And so I evaluate it. We talk about the play to earn aspects because that's a big part of what we do. And it's essentially bringing beginners and new people in too who don't know about NFTs and don't know about blockchain gaming and teaching them the concepts behind it that are really driving this industry, because I know 100% that this is where the entire gaming industry is going to be headed. 100%.
Absolutely. We are on the same page right here. And by the way, Cryptostache, for the people watching this, if you watched this long, Cryptostache was one of the first people that I saw doing videos. I was already doing YouTube and Twitch for a long, long time. And I was in crypto for a long time. But the same reason why he was saying that crypto games take a long time, I saw CryptoKitties, I saw all of that, and I was like, not quite there for me. This is not it. So I never got into it, but you were one of the first ones that I saw, and I was like, okay, this is something that is going to pick up in the coming years or in the coming months. And then one day I just decided to start doing it. So you were an inspiration to do that. Thank you so much. And that's why I wanted to bring you.
Mustache love, man.
Because I never actually told you this. And, I tweet so fucking much. And I probably...
True.
I tweet so much bullshit that you might be like, this guy is just an edgy guy, hates everybody. No, I don't hate anybody, but I do have my opinions on Twitter, and they're not always right, but they're there, So people might be like, yo, this guy, Anyways, thank you for inspiring me, man. I appreciate that. Much love. And let me ask you, what are the games that you are really, really looking forward to in terms of investment versus gameplay, like that combination together? Because there is investment where you're like, okay, I see future in this game. I won't play it, but I do see future for other people.
Yeah.
So that's like the investor's eye. Then there's the gameplay eye where not necessarily there's a lot of money to be made, and then you're playing because you fucking love the game. And then there's a combination sometimes that is just, that's the perfect explosion. You love the game, you love what they're doing, you would play it, and then you would also invest in it as an investor. So it's like, bam, that's it.
Yeah.
So what are those games in all areas, whatever you can touch on?
All right, so I'll give you my top three in each one of those three categories, and we'll just kind of go through it. So game that I think needs more work, but is definitely a great lucrative opportunity and great speculation is Alien Worlds. So Alien Worlds is a game on wax. It's like a DeFi based NFT game, and essentially you have NFTs that allow you to mine different areas on these different planets, and you get the in-game currency Trillium TLM. Plus, you also mine NFTs as well. So you can find these NFTs while you're mining. Plus, you get both, which is great. And they have a bunch of new things that are going to be coming, like features. But
Mhm.
it's just not there. It's not a complete game at this point. It's kind of an MVP with the whole thing. But they did just have a Binance launch pool where they have been putting up this team. So that's a pretty big thing right there, just being on Binance launch pool. And so TLM is currently on that pool, and they've done a bridge between Ethereum, Wax, and BSC, which is actually pretty interesting. So a lot going on there. And as far as speculation, the lands and the NFTs and the mining rigs and other aspects of their NFTs out there, they have, 100 to 200x from the initial investment. So, now I don't think you can even get a land for less than $2,500. One land, and the land packs I think originally were selling for maybe it was $40. I don't remember the exact cost,
Damn,
but
that's
I
a
mean
crazy. Yeah.
that's a massive increase there. So just for the lands in particular, a lot of speculation there. But there's also people who have speculated on mining rigs and on minions and weapons that are going to be coming for the upcoming Battle Dome, Thunderdome.
Okay.
So they have this battle, this NFT battle portion where you'll have your minions and their weapons, and you use those to actually battle other people in this Thunderdome. So like I said, the functions are coming there, but it's just not there yet. But great, when it comes to speculation, tons of opportunity there for making some good income. Then when it comes to a game that just has like amazing gameplay, but it just isn't there yet, I think, for the play to earn aspect, is Age of Rust. Age of Rust is also in this very early like alpha or like closed beta. Actually, I think is where they're at right now, kind of closed-ish beta. Is
Mm-hmm.
closed beta situation. And I think that they have some good ideas of kind of how to incorporate, I mean, obviously NFTs into the game, but not necessarily on the actual play to earn aspects, but the game itself. I even just playing the closed alpha, because I'm in the closed alpha stuff or closed beta stuff right now. It was amazing. I did it on stream the very first time, and I got to use some cool multiverse items, which was really amazing from the engine multiverse of items, which is NFTs that you can use in different games and kind of take them with you. So I thought that's one of the really unique, cool features of the engine platform. And so yeah, really excited about Age of Rust and getting to play that some more and getting some more content for that game in particular. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
that's the number two
Yeah.
one.
Go ahead with the next one. Yeah, for sure.
And then the last one, number three, is the one that I feel like is the complete package right now. And I mean, it's on the cusp of it too, really, is Gods Unchained. So Gods Unchained has definitely been one of my favorites since the beginning. I was in the closed beta for that too. So I was doing all the testing when they first launched multiple years ago. And I've been working with the team for the last couple of years as well. And, really seeing the evolution of this product, of what they're doing. I mean, when it comes to polished games, it is one of the most polished games out there that is a blockchain-based game. And, they've been a little bit stifled over the last year or so with these Ethereum fees, but they've been able to roll out their Immutable X scaling solution now. And it's not only one that they're going to be using, but multiple games on Ethereum are going to be using this to be able to scale and offer their NFTs and trading and marketplace action without having to pay these on-chain fees. So that's been the one thing I think that's really been holding them back for really completing that play to earn aspect there, because the way they have it set up is great. It's just the fees on Ethereum we're crushing it. So you play Gods Unchained. It's a free to play game to start. You get free cards when you start the game itself, so you don't have to buy in to get going. And then you earn card packs that are yours to keep as you play and level up, and then you can fuse those cards together and sell them on the marketplace. And you sell them for Ethereum, and boom, boom, there's your complete cycle of play to earn. And so the game is like I said, really polished in that respect. And it was really just these Ethereum fees kind of threw a bit of a loop in things. But now that the solution's out, I think that we're really going to start to see them come to the forefront as being the number one play to earn game.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I never played Gods and Chain because for me
You're missing out, dude.
Nah, nah,
You've been with those cuddly axes for too long, man. They've been rotting your brain with their cute cuddliness.
no. Here's the thing. I'm not really into card games, and I'm very I'm very, I don't know how to say it. It's like I'm very honest with what I do, like in terms of what I put out. I try to be for the most part. There are some times where I put videos out and I tell people, hey, I don't play this type of games. I know some of you might find value in this. I've been sponsored by this, blah, 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 and I do it. Because there are people that have found value in things that I don't play, I don't like, and I still do it. So it's fine. But for the most part, Alien Worlds, not my type of game, right? So I won't cover it unless they tell me, hey, look, we're sponsor. I'll do it. I don't mind it. But it's not that I'm looking for the money. It's that I don't play it. So how for me to be motivated to be like, hey, check this game out, blah blah blah. I can't sell that. I can't do it. I can't sell something that I'm not connected with. But if I am paid for, I could be like, hey guys, I'm paid for this. I hope you guys find. And then that
show me the money.
That payment actually gives me confidence to feel like comfortable talking about it, because I am also honest about, hey, I got paid. Bam, 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 bam. Check this out. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool. So that's Alien Worlds. I heard a lot of people tell me in my Discord, hey, yo, I'm making mad money, blah, blah, blah. It's not about the money necessarily for me. Not only. It is, but not only. So no Alien Worlds. Age of Rust, tried it. It is a great game. Play to earn aspect needs to be tweaked. Ethereum fees also killing the game. Then you got Gods and Chain, which I heard very good things about it from other people as well, but also not my type of game. Now, let me ask you. Let me jump into my type of game, see if we connect here in terms of like, what do you think about this game? Number one, actually, is not my type of game as of right now. What it is right now, I never joined Axie to battle. Never. I always said it. Never join Axie to battle. The only reason I joined Axie was because somebody told me, yo, there's going to be land. You're going to be able to walk around with these pets. It's going to be MMO. It's going to be MMO. It's going to be like, this world. And I'm like, that is interesting. That is interesting. Because I never seen anything like that before, right? So that's why I joined. And that's what I'm waiting for. And now they're going to make the game MMO RTS. So you're going to go into dungeon. You're going to be able to go with a group of people, attack other monsters or whatever. That I'm down for. So that's that. And then Lost Relics. I think great game, great developer. Also, a big problem with fees. They were going to go into JumpNet. Now, JumpNet didn't deliver for them, which I've been critical about Engine. Because how is it that a game like Lost Relics, number one game, carrying Engine, literally carrying Engine in all aspects, how is it that you don't have a package ready for him 2 weeks before, 3 weeks, 1 month before the JumpNet comes out? So he came out with a post saying, look, if I do some changes now, that could mess up the game into the future, into infinity. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't have the tools, la la la. How is that possible? Like, I don't understand that. So I want to know what your take is on that. I know these are like hard questions, and maybe you're not like me, but I go in and I say what I think. Although I do believe in the game and the ecosystem, I'll break it down how I see it. And then the other one is the sandbox. What do you think about the sandbox? I love the concept of the sandbox. Now, the only thing I don't like about the sandbox, it's kind of like the corporate type of style that they have. I feel like it's less community driven, although they do have community, of course, but it feels like everything is kind of corporate. Like you see YouTube ads, and that's good, but most of the content comes from in-house. It's almost like you get what I'm saying, and that's how I feel about. But I have assets in the sandbox in Axie Infinity, so I have the positives and the negatives. So what do you think about these games in general?
Yeah, I mean, I actually like Axie Infinity as a game. So, I enjoy card games, in contrast to kind of, that doesn't mean, there are games I don't like either, but I do enjoy card games. And, Axie Infinity, I do enjoy playing it, but the main drawback for me has always been that it's incredibly expensive to get started. You can't just pick up that game. It's not an easy thing to get started with at all. You have to know how to get Ethereum and then be able to go, spend a couple $100. I mean, right now, I think the cheapest Axie is like $300, if not more, than that.
It's like 120 right now that they switched to running.
Is it gone down a little bit?
But look, forget it. Your point is that it's expensive, and I agree with you.
Yeah. Regardless, it was 120 per Axie or 300. Like they're very expensive to get in to be able to start playing. And I do like the play to earn aspect they have there. I think that yes, once they get some more of the elements for the land and stuff like that, that makes it much more interesting to me as well. I'm an RPGer, man. Like that's always been my favorite genre is RPG. So I'm a big MMO RPG player, and we just don't have a really great one right now in crypto. That I would say this is a complete one. So Axie's cool. I enjoy Axie a lot. As a matter of fact, I just played it on my stream, I think last week. And we had a lot of fun doing that. I always lose though, man, when it comes to PvP battles. Like I think I've won maybe one PvP match ever. That's how bad I am at Axie Infinity.
yeah, it's a lot of meta going on right now. There's a lot of players. It's changing so quick. That's also one of the reasons I don't play that much is because even if I try to play something I don't like, it's like, okay, for you to be the top, you have to study
a lot, all the time.
Like the top.
Be like the number one game you're playing. Yeah.
So what about Lost Relics?
Yeah, I feel that, and that's kind of how I am with all these games too. Like I don't play them enough to where it's like I am doing it like every single day. I unfortunately I don't have enough time to do that. I have so much other shit going on, but I do love playing games. It's just to be able to be that dedicated is kind of hard, Lost Relics has a special place in my heart, man. I have been with the Engine ecosystem and with the Engine team for many years now. And yeah, you're right. Lost Relics and Cliff, he is a one-man army when it comes to building this game. And so single developer, he's been incredibly dedicated. And you're right as far as that game kind of carrying Engine, because it's been the one that's been the most polished and the most complete and the best example of what you can do with the Engine SDK and incorporating blockchain elements in there. And he was doing off-chain solution before they had JumpNet. He had it all built in where you could get these things in exchanges in game before that was even available. And so with this rollout of JumpNet, which I think was not I kind of agree, it wasn't done the best way it could have been done. And really the fees have just put everybody in a bad position. So I don't think there's anything the Engine really could have done that would have been like, oh my gosh, it's a perfect, complete solution. We're still kind of screwed when it comes to these things because I have thousands of assets on the Ethereum blockchain. I would still have to move them to JumpNet. So I'm going to have to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just to move them over to now not have any fees, which is great after the fact, like for everything that's being created after JumpNet. But everything that's been done before that is definitely, an issue that to migrate. And I think Cliff really ran into that, pretty heavy here. And you would think they would have been a little more conducive in working with the existing developers to really have something solid rolled out with them. But I think it's been a very frantic dash to get this up because they've kind of been in competition a little bit with Immutable X and Gods Unchained on getting there. So there's been kind of these two competing solutions because it was both powerhouses knowing that these fees were an issue and they had to do something about them immediately. And we've been saying, you got to just drop everything you're doing and get this done now. And so they kind of did, but like I said, I think because of everything going on, maybe they were rushed a little bit and it didn't roll out as a sparkle clean as it could have. Yeah. So that's kind of where I feel with Lost Relics. But I love Lost Relics. As a matter of fact, I was just wearing my Lost Relics T-shirt the other day, and love playing the game on stream. I always enjoy it. I can't wait till multiplayer for Lost Relics.
Oh, sure.
That's when it's going to be super. I'm going to be in there so much more doing multiplayer with everybody because then while I'm playing on stream, I can have people join me and we can hang out and it's a lot of fun.
And it opens up collaboration too. Finally, because most of the games right now, if you think about it, there's not one we can actually collaborate unless it's like Virtual World, Decentraland, but we can't collaborate. Right now, we're not in collaboration status. We're like in.
No, that's not true. I'm gonna tell you a game right now, but we'll keep going. We'll come back to that real quick.
Well, it's Blancos, but
I was gonna say Blancos. Blancos is fun, man.
It is
not
fun.
Your kind of game either, right? Is that not your?
No. That was one of the first games that I said that is AAA like. that is AAA,
Yeah.
like back in the day. But the problem with Blancos is that they never embraced blockchain the way they should have. They went around it. They went around it and I don't like that. I don't like that because if you have an NFT, if you are an NFT, if you have NFT, like they have. Okay, let's take it back. If you see their tweets, they have never tweeted about NFTs. Now when NFTs blow up, hashtag NFTs. Come on, dude. Like why are you not embracing that technology as like we are an NFT game?
So let me from a perspective of the corporate side of things, which I'll address on Sandbox too. You know, I think from the corporate side of things, the way they approached it in the beginning was they didn't necessarily want to shout out that it's NFTs or it's blockchain game, because that's confusing to people. They just wanted to be, you know, accepted and to be liked based on the merit of their game itself and the playability of it. And that I respect. Now, I understand that once NFTs start hyping, then they start tagging and saying, oh, NFTs, because now it's become more mainstream. People kind of understand a little bit more, and they get that. And I think also at the same time, because they've been getting ready to roll out their marketplace where you can actually finally trade the NFTs and go back and forth. So yeah, I'm right there with you. They probably could have been a little bit more of like, hey, they're NFTs, which I mean, not that they like didn't say they weren't, but just that they weren't, you know, advertising and making it a big, you know, a big to do, like, yeah, they're NFTs. It's so awesome. So I think that's kind of like where I see that corporate measure there, because, you know, that, and this is something we talked about on the channel just last week was, you know, when it comes down to blockchain games, what makes a really good blockchain game? And, you know, one of those things is that it just needs to be a good game. Everything else aside, like all the other elements that make a play to earn game, you know, that style, you know, it needs to be a good game first and foremost. And so I think that Blanco's really focused on that to make it a good, fun game. And they didn't really focus much on the NFT aspect of it. But I think they're starting to do that now with more of the features, you know, towards NFTs rolling out. So I that's why I think that I kind of see how that worked there. And but I'm right there with you, man. I'm all about shouting it from the top of the damn mountain about these things, but not everybody gets as enthusiastic as me and you about NFTs.
I understand that. I understand that, but I was there. Here's the thing. Like, I don't want to rip them apart either, because I own assets too in the Blancos. I still invested. I bought my assets, bought a bunch, right? But here's the thing. I was there the day of the launch, and they didn't want to say how much there was.
Yeah, I know that was like, a big to do in Discord, man. Everyone's like, "Why aren't you releasing the numbers of how many there are?" They're like, "Trust us, though, they're rare."
Yeah, and I get it. It's a relative rarity, meaning the first come, first serve. That's how rare your thing is. But like, you could have said that from the beginning, just quiet everybody. And people are gonna be mad a little bit, blah blah blah. But you know, make this whole thing, and then when you go into the Discord, now you have blockchain chat. Like, okay, if you're gonna talk about blockchain, you go to the blockchain chat. Like, Jesus Christ! Like, what are we doing? You know, like, what do you mean I can't talk about blockchain, the general thing? It's part of the game. You're sending me to blockchain, like.
I think, yeah. I mean, I feel you on that, man. And you know, it's such a new technology and a new aspect of what's going on here in gaming. I think that, you know, a lot of companies just don't really know the best way to handle it. They may not even know what you know, elements of NFTs are the most important to many people in the community. So it's definitely a learning experience, you know. And that's why I
gotta give him a break. I'm too wild.
I feel you, man. I feel you. But we gotta give these companies and people getting the NFT space, we gotta give them a little bit of a break, because, you know, it is so new and cutting edge, and you know, we're still making mistakes, man. Every single major NFT drop, there's been issues on every damn blockchain out there. So we still haven't got it perfect. It's, you know, we still don't have, you know, a foolproof method of how this is going to go down, and you know, it's perfect every time. So we'll get there. And I think that people learn from the mistakes pretty quickly, and I think they did as well. But I was there in Discord too, seeing the same thing, man, and I was like,
I got mad.
I don't know, and so, you know,
I got mad, and I came in with a tag, CAGY unbanned.
no more CAGY for you.
Oh man. But anyways, we agree. What about the sandbox? I love the sandbox. I like the idea of the sandbox.
I love the sandbox. You know, I'm actually an ambassador for the sandbox, so I've been with the project since their second sale, so pre-sale 2. So I've been hanging around for quite some time. That's when I first got in, and you know, soon after that, I was making videos. I've interviewed Sebastian and the team. been on their live streams, where we're creating assets together on the Sandbox live streams during the weekends. So I do a lot of work with the Sandbox team and in general in the Sandbox. I own multiple properties there. I love what they're doing, and when you talk about the kind of the approachability that we need when it comes to gaming and blockchain, I think they really get that. I think they understand who the target market is, who they're trying to really bring into this, and they've gone after different brands and IPs accordingly. So that's why we've seen things like Smurfs and Care Bears, but then we've seen major record label artists like Avenged Sevenfold and a couple other ones coming through, and these other brands that people really identify with. So I think they've done a really good job of building up this, the hype for the platform itself. Now rolling out a marketplace where creators can get on there and really start making money from their voxels, which I think is amazing. And they do these game jams, which are a lot of fun. And we're getting ready for preseason 0, which will be the very first playability of the actual game itself, which I think is coming this summer. So I love what they're doing. It's just you can't play. There's no game yet. There's really nothing to play yet. So we're very, very limited on saying like, oh, it's a great playable game. But once it's out and we have this preseason with the first initial set of games and experiences, I think that people are going to love it. I think that it kind of combines elements of Roblox, which is a massive game. I love playing with my daughter. And then also, elements of Minecraft, but like a better looking Minecraft too. Like I hate Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie, man. I've talked about this. People try and get me in Minecraft. I hate Minecraft. When it comes to games that I hate, dude, Minecraft is at the very top of my list. I'm not gonna lie. I hate the graphic style of it. I don't like how it's all super pixelated. The fact that they're voxels, like, okay, I could get over that, but it just there's so many things I hate about it. But I do own some land in Uplift, which is a Minecraft server, which I'm gonna have some people help me build on. But so I'm not a big fan of Minecraft style. But I think that what they've done with voxels and stuff in Sandbox is actually more along the style that I like. I think they've done a really great job of translating that, and it's a pretty cool style. So definitely excited to see what they get there. But you're right, it lends itself more to being the corporate side of things. But I think because they're backed by such a large major global company like Animoca Brands and their other investors, I think that makes sense. I think it, for what they're doing and how big and what level they're actually at, I'm not surprised to see ads for them and for them to really have this kind of corporate feel. But just so you know, when it comes to content, I am their #1 ambassador, and so I put out all the best Sandbox content outside of the stuff they do for
that's a good one. I don't think they like me very much over there, but it's all good.
Well, stop talking shit, man. That's what you
no here's the thing like, okay, the thing is that I applied for the ambassador program, normal, right? I applied, bam, I asked a few times, blah 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 blah, and then I'd done videos for the Sandbox for like forever. I didn't even know they had an ambassador program. I just did them. Like, I'm not, but there's a point where, like, first, my views don't come from Twitter. That's the first thing. None of them. Like, I have like 3% from outside of YouTube, and that's like Twitter. So, but there's a point where, like, if there's people doing content for you and you're not supporting it, it's like, dude, like, why am I here? Like, so, like, there's no appreciation, and it's not about like I need that like. It's almost like, wait, does this matter to these people? Like, you get me?
Yeah.
And when you do Axie, different style is you talk about Axie, you do anything in Axie, and they'll support you right away. They'll support you, and that's why Axie has such a strong community. Because
I feel like it's switched. I have the exact opposite experience. So I feel like anytime I post Axie stuff, I don't really get much love, man. And then every time I'm posting about stuff, I get all of. I don't understand, dude. I'm serious. That's exactly how I felt about it. I put out some sort of, and like, there just wasn't a lot of Axie players in the chat.
I'm gonna have to call G-Hos right now. Hey, yo, G-Hos, what's going on with Cryptostache, man? Yo, come on, hook him up, dog. All right. No, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not going to use that and be like, I'm not doing content for them. I don't care. The game is good.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm still going to do it. But I did call out Sebastian. I told him, hey, what's up, man? Like, I do videos. I do this. I do that. And, like, there's no, like, love there. Like, what am I doing here,
Yeah.
I did call him out. And that's kind of part of my downfall. But I also feel like somebody has to do it because it opens the doors for the next generation of not the next generation but the upcoming content creators. It also helps them. You know how many I preach to every single new game that comes to me. I'm like, first thing, community. If somebody tweets something good about you, like them, say, hey, thank you for tweeting. Like you start creating this bond where everybody is people want to feel accepted at the end of the day.
Of course,
that's the truth. That's the truth. So it's not only with me as a content creator. It's somebody that tweets, oh wow, what a great asset I just bought in a sandbox. Give me a like. You know,
you're right. I mean, community is a huge aspect. It's a huge aspect, and it's one that I place a high importance on in many different aspects in crypto, in particular, you know, with gaming and NFTs. And, you know, I think a lot of these projects too are just very, like, even some of the bigger ones we see are very bare bones when it comes to team members, right? I think that they maybe don't have as many people in place to be handling all these things specifically, like one person specifically like handling social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And getting back to everybody. They have like one person that does like social media management, and also then Telegram management and Discord management and customer service, you know, so
the whole
yeah, exactly. It has people wearing all these different hats, and so it's hard to, like, you know, do all these things. So I think that, you know, as we grow more and more as a community, NFT gaming, you know, and blockchain, I think we grow more as a community. I think that we'll, you know, those things will be fleshed out a little bit more. But I feel you on that too, because there's been times where I feel like, man, you know, I've done this. I like not even a retweet, man. Come on, like, show me some love.
True. I think at the end of the day, I'm not gonna use any of that against any game, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I do call it out. Maybe I should tone it down a little bit, and I've been like. I have toned it down a little bit. Sometimes I just gotta go. You know, in my videos I don't do that. You're never gonna see me do a YouTube video like trashing a game. Like, don't buy Sandbox because they did this to me. Right. If it's live and people ask me, oh, yo, what happened with Sandbox? I go all out because it's live. It's me interacting, like we're doing right now, kind of like recording this, right? Like I'll be honest, but I'll never do a long-term video to trash a game. I don't farm the hate videos. That's kind of that's kind of trash. That's kind of trash.
Yeah.
I still will.
But that's big business in gaming, dude.
It is.
There's whole gaming channels that they just every video is just trashing.
I don't like
the big studios or the big games because that's what gets views.
Yeah. It's a huge business. The farming the hate. It's a huge business.
Yeah.
Actually, YouTube. There was a point in YouTube where they used to push hateful content. They would push anything that would like get people like fired up, right? Angry. And what people don't understand is that when you dislike a video, you're actually pushing the algorithm. So if you really don't like the video, don't like it. That's
do nothing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the trick right there. Is like the like dislike button, but any interaction is great. So all the haters out there, interact as much as you want. Leave horrible comments out there. Dislike my stuff all you want, man. Bring it. I don't care. But do something. But either comment or like or dislike.
Do something. At least do
an interaction.
Man. Yeah.
Give me an interaction. Tell me you hate my stash. Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me I'm a moron. Whatever it may be. That's all good. Just comment though.
Hey, for sure, man. Hey, look, we're approaching 50 minutes. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add. I think this conversation we could extend it for.
Dude, we could probably be talking for the next hour or two, man. There's so much to go into. But like, I mean, I think that we talked about some great stuff. Talk about some of the better games that are going on out there and what's going on. And my stream, definitely check out my gaming live stream Secret Agent Stash show every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific. We do it, man. We have fun. I give away NFTs. It's
giveaways. What the hell just happened? Did you take me out? He just took me out. He's like, nah, yo. Nah, we don't need you. It could have been me. Let me see. Yeah, it was me for some reason. Okay. So yeah, you were saying Thursdays. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. How many X's am I gonna make there? If it's not 100X, I'm not in. You know? No, just kidding. Just kidding. Hmm. My bad. My bad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my camera. But yeah, hey man, you know what I like about you? That you are just trying new stuff, and I vibe with that. I vibe with that. Like that. That's what we should be doing. Trying new stuff. Having fun. I launched the other day an NFT as well. Like like my revenue from YouTube, whatever I make, I put it back into a vault, and the NFT holders get to decide where we invested, and then at the end of the month or something, we buy something and then we give it away to the people, right? So and then when I see you first NFT, now you're doing a game. That's that's amazing. That's amazing because there's only a few people actually pushing the limits. Like, let's see, what can we do? What can we do? What can we like push this towards? Because I was saying, yeah. Yeah, because you got people working on that, right? That's interesting. Hey man, I wish you the best on that one. I hope that shit blows up. Makes you rich as fuck. Rich as fuck, yo. Nah, just kidding. Well, it depends. No, I know, for fun, of course. But if it, like people start liking the game, you could be like, okay, to get in, you need at least a minimum thing to get in, like to like this skin, like at least like this $10 skin, like things like that. Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, bro, thank you for lending me your time, and thank you for just being like this honest guy that we could, talk about anything because it's hard to find people that you can like just kind of be honest and whatever, and kind of like debate like goods and bad things, like there's too many maxis and everything's good and that's it, like I'm all over. I'm all over. I could talk good about Axie. There's things I don't like. There's things about Sandbox I like, some I don't like. This so this balance of like understanding goods and bads and different opinions. I like that. I like, bam. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And you did great, man. You did great. Thank you for giving me your time. Appreciate it. For sure, man. Have a good one, and I'll upload this video right away. So yeah. All right, man. Bye bye.